Yo,
What's up?
it's 5 a.m. in Korea. So she just woke up.
I just rolled out. Rolled out.
Going for that no makeup look. 생얼.
My specialty, singer.
Yeah, we actually have zero preparation on what we're gonna talk about. So we're just gonna let it fly.
Yo, it's your birthday in what, 10 days?
Oh yeah.
How you feeling?
Feels good. I feel
What's your,
good.
how you gonna
I
celebrate?
Well, somebody is flying from Korea, so that's how I'm gonna celebrate. Yay! Well, actually, so John and I, well, you already know, but John is gonna take me to New York. So we're gonna do New York Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday's my actual birthday, and then we come back, and then Saturday I pick you up, and Saturday I go out with some girl friends. I haven't been to New York in so long. Like, I think the last time was 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went there when Jackson was like one. I know.
So it's gonna
So,
be,
so much has changed and no kids. But per usual, I've done no planning. I did ChatGPT.
oh,
And
what
then
did
the list of
ChatGPT
things
say?
that they sent was like it hadn't changed since 10 years ago. So
그렇지.
I think it's not a good list. 뭐가 그렇지? I just feel like I was like,
아니지.
that's it? You know?
No, it's just the tried and true.
I
That's New
guess
York's
so.
charm. Uh-huh.
I guess so. So yeah, if anybody has any good recs on New York, let me know. But whatever. I don't really care. Brooklyn Bridge, Central Park, some museums, walk around.
I mean, that's all you need, girl.
Yeah.
Just to walk around New York City is like so 재밌어.
So fun.
Yeah,
Especially like after a couple drinks. So
the
fun.
best. The best.
City. 딱 보면서 but watch it be like worst 날씨 ever.
아니야, 설마 did you look at the weather?
No, of course I didn't. As if you
For
look at
some,
weather.
I mean, I don't, but like I would. But okay, so as much as you say you're not a planner, I feel like for events, you're so particular about what you have to bring to wear. So I would
Okay,
assume
first
that
of
you would
all,
at least know the weather.
you're generalizing because your example is something specific. You're talking about my birthday, my 40th birthday, when you guys were planning something and not telling me a single thing. And naturally, I'm trying to plan what outfits I bring, but you guys hadn't told me anything. And of course, I'm gonna need to know like what outfits. Some of us, we have clubbing outfits, dinner loungy outfits, hip hop outfits for a potential dance class, but you guys didn't tell me anything. So I had to like guess and plan. And in the end, who dressed not
The
nice?
best.
Who
I
dressed
mean,
not nice?
you dress the best. I dress the worst, and
Yeah,
you're still my friend.
so
So
yes,
that's real love.
couple
That's real
things
love.
I need to know, all right? But other things in life, no, no planning. Birthdays for my kids, no planning. And I'm very passionate about this is like a tangent, but birthday parties for kids. I just think enough with the goodie bags. Enough. I can't anymore. Well, I haven't, but I just think that it is like not necessary and it's a lot of wasted money on mostly crap that I end up throwing in the trash. So that's what I think. But anyways, yeah, so you're coming to my birthday party. We've never gone out in Dallas.
What do you mean?
So
Oh
meaning like
yes, because you always
besides
make me
like
work.
Carrollton and like Pocha, like you have, you pretty much ate at my house. So um very
집밥이
excited.
최고야. 집밥이
집밥이
최고야.
최고지. But I'm not trying to do 집밥 on my birthday, no. I
그래
have a
그래.
question on birthday party topic is that I feel like there's a group of people that love celebrating birthdays, like their own birthdays, and then the other group of people that are really not into celebrating their own birthday parties. What are you?
Celebrate, but I like to celebrate on the day of. That's
Oh yeah,
on another level. There's not much in life except to celebrate life, you know?
amen to that.
What about you?
I mean, we already know this, but I love celebrating my birthday. And I will celebrate like for months, you know? John will be like when we all turn 40, my 40th birthday celebration, it continued for about 2 months fully. And then we naturally transitioned over to your birthday. And then John's like, I don't understand. You've been celebrating your 40th and now I was like, no, this is not my 40th. Now it's Jihye's 40th birthday party. We just leap over, you know? Um, and they're not like 1 month, they're 3 months apart. So whatever. Um, but the reason I bring it up is because I've always been like that, where, first of all, my family, they never really threw birthday parties for me. And I remember when I moved to the States and I moved in middle school, and then in high school, I was like, okay, no birthday parties, whatever, but I really wanted to celebrate. So I started baking my own cakes. So every
Aw.
year I would like bake my own cupcakes, cakes, and all of that. And the act of doing that and then forcing my mom to sit down and like blow candles with me and sing song, like it just made me so happy, you know? And so a lot of people, when I tell that story, they're like, oh, that's so sad. But I'm like, I have like zero sadness about it. It was
Why is
very
it
like,
sad?
well, because I think people, here's the thing, I think people want other people to go above and beyond to celebrate them. But sometimes for the people who are very like, I'm not really into birthday parties, it makes it so hard to plan and celebrate you because you're not the one that's like welcoming that celebration.
맞아.
And so, but lo and behold, for all the people who are very like, I'm not into my own birthday parties, if that birthday passes without any celebration, there's hone. Like, they're sad, you know? And I mean, John and I were talking about this, how a lot of times it's about how you grew up, you know, and like there may have been like disappointments on not having great birthday parties or whatever. So then you kind of tense up before your birthday. And sometimes that tension kind of prevents other people from freely being able to love on you and celebrate you. Because you're like, no, 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 I don't want it. But we're like, but we want to, you know? So that's why every birthday I used to just like bake my own cupcakes. And then when became older, I used to just organize my own birthday party, send out all the evites. This year, you and Lydia, you know, you guys kind of are taking care of it. So I'm very thankful.
A
But
little nervous because I know you like to plan your own. And I always
no,
assumed it was because you're particular, but I don't
I'm
think that's
not.
what it is. 그래.
It's just I just need to know what outfits I need to wear if we're going to have a 40th birthday party and I have no idea what the agenda is. Is it like, are we, you know, what's the vibe, right? No, I have like no care. The only thing I care about is I just don't like it when it's a birthday dinner and it's all of a sudden like a 5-star restaurant and everybody has to throw down like hundreds of dollars. You know, I don't like that budam. That for me, I just want it to be enjoyable because at the end of the day, it's a company, not how
맞아.
expensive the food is and all of that, you know? Um, but yeah.
I mean,
What
I
are
was
you
gonna
gonna do
say,
on your birthday?
I
What
don't
what
know. I'm
is
probably gonna be at the hospital. Just sewed up. I don't know.
I know Chia right now has her liver donor
Transplant
transplant
surgery.
surgery right before her birthday. 2 days before your birthday?
But there are a lot of people that are trying to help me try to reschedule for beginning of
For
April,
real.
which would be like the most ideal time for
If
me.
anybody has hospital knows big important people in Korean hospitals,
Hook it up.
hook it up. Accelerator to the VVIP level right now,
Let's
okay?
go.
Because we have a birthday to celebrate, you know? Yeah.
No, but I was gonna say, like, I think for me, my dad was always there was always this church conference that happened in Korea every single year that my birthday rolled around. So my parents were never really around. I never really had birthday parties, but I think this is where, my
Oh, by the
friends
way,
were.
I don't know if our listeners know that your dad is a pastor.
Oh, my dad's a pastor. I never really had birthday parties, or it was really always sad. But honestly, even if it was sad or I didn't have it because maybe I was too young to do celebrate, I had friends that would always 챙겨 me.
Mm.
And then the second thing was, even if I didn't have birthday parties, like I just love celebrating myself. So like 나는 혼자서도 진짜 잘 celebrate 하고, like it's not the act of all that other stuff because I could forego it, but it's just like my mental state.
Yeah.
I love just celebrating who I am. And I know that doesn't come naturally for a lot of people. So in that sense, I'm like grateful for the way that I've been created. But I do know what you mean. I think for me, it was always like, I wish my dad was around, like
Mm.
during my birthdays. But other than that, because I love celebrating myself, that sounds so like, so
You're literally
narcissistic.
that song. Is it your birthday, girl? Cause you're looking like a what is it? I don't know.
Da-da. Um, but yeah, I think it's a state of mind for me. And I think that's one of the like another reason why I do like it to celebrate on the day of because my dad would always be like, "Let's do it some other time," but I was like, "No, but that's not my birthday. My birthday is this." But now it's like birth year.
Like, maybe this year we could extend
Sabbatical.
this. You be in lockdown mode in a hospital, with your
Uh,
stomach open. So let's
싫어.
be flexible.
Maybe God created me this way and trained me so that I can celebrate well
Prolong. Yeah.
by
Oh,
myself at the hospital because it's a state of mind, right?
let's see how strong your mind really is.
Yeah, test it, test
Yeah.
it. It's a special day, to be alive
Yeah.
and just to be grateful for that. I think for me, that's
Exactly.
what it is. Yeah,
And it's that gratefulness because I think sometimes
맞아.
it's honestly hard if you put that expectation on other people to plan around you, but you're not really like helping. It just makes it hard. I feel like I don't know. I think that's expectation versus reality, and um, but anyways, so yesterday, I went out to Korean barbecue, and then everyone here is kind of new. Like I'm completely new, so they're all new friends. So they're all getting to know me, and someone was like, "Hey, Jimin, I didn't know you were a praise leader," and I was like, "I am." Right? And then the other day, someone on UmmaNola was like, "Hey, I saw you leading praise on one of my friend's stories." I was like, "Who?" you know? Um, I mean, it's not like because they tag UmmaNola, but they just happen to see me, I guess. But I wanted to bring that up because isn't that funny? That
Why
is
is that funny?
literally, I guess, because our account is about like us having fun and like there's a little bit of drink culture. There's a little bit of like whatever. But I was explaining, well, that's actually why Chia and I are such good friends because we're both omanora. Like we started this. I didn't even get to the part about camps and skincare in Korea, but explained, well, we're both busy moms of three, and we love worshiping the Lord, and we love celebrating life.
It's so
Yeah.
true, so true.
And I was like, I don't think one is against the other. Like, as long as I'm not doing something that is pulling people away from God, I'm like, I'm here to celebrate. And as long as I'm not acting a fool somewhere, right? And for us, we're always about like our code is like 지킬 것은 지켜, We look out for each other. Sure, there's been many like dumb moments in anyone's life, right? But we always are there to protect and look out for each other. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Like, has anyone ever been like talk to you about that? Like, it wasn't taken in a judgmental way at all, but I also think I've been very fortunate to not have been judged wrongly of that, you know? How about you?
Oh, I think no, I've never felt like I've been judged. And also judgment, it really is your own state of mind too. Some people it's they don't judge you.
멘탈이야.
Mentally,
멘탈이.
Tom was onto something. Tom was onto something, Dorshing, you know? For me, worship, and I think this is again where our connection really is the strongest, is that is the most chemi. Like worshiping God for me is like the most Nora that I can do. Like it's the epitome of Nora in my perspective because you're basically Noraing with God. I mean, you're worshiping, but you're communing, you know, like breaking
Yeah.
bread. It's, you know, like that kind of stuff is so jammy and with the highest being of all. So that's pretty cool. And it's I think, you know, you me hanging out. That's like a glimpse, you know, of hanging out with God. So that in my perspective, that's how I equate it. And I mean, if we really want to get to the nitty gritty, it's like communion, wine, soju, chingu, you know, like it's one and the same in my perspective. But I jest right now, but I think there's an element of that kind of vibe, and that's to me the best type of Nora that anybody can do, which is to hang out, commune,
And it's a
and
no
so
judgment area,
no judgment
you
area.
know?
I mean, between you and me, I'm very free to be. If I wanted to drink a little bit more than I usually do with people that I don't know, then I'm comfortable doing that with you. But you know, when I'm with other people, I don't try to go overboard like that because, like you said, and like what we live by is like 지키고선 지켜. So I think there's like freedom in that, and it doesn't lessen my faith. It doesn't. If anything, hopefully people see the authenticity of how we live instead of
Yeah.
being so by the book versus so I don't care. Like it's just like a good balance. And
So, what if someone was like, "Hey, G, I really, really appreciate you worshiping, leading us into worship. But can I just say one thing? Is that, um, like, oh, my kids, let's say they're legal age. I'm just like making it up. I just want to
sure,
know because I do think that I've
conditioned.
been spared of that like harsh criticism, you know. So I understand why some people are more careful around these things, kind of have a little bit of a safe circle, and then like everyone else is kind of a little bit of a more polished, you know,
Yeah,
less
yeah.
raw perspective. But how would you respond to that?
No, I think it's like a conversation to be had, right? To say, hey, I mean, first of all, if they are seeing my account, like I don't think they have the right to tell me how to live my life. But my honest thing is to converse, right? Like to have a
Mm-hmm.
dialogue. So I would say thank you for bringing that to my attention. And these are the reasons why. And I'm not here to try to fight you, but I am not going to necessarily change who I am unless she has a really valid biblical reason for me to
Mm-hmm.
change. And if she's in a humble way, in a loving way, we are dialoguing. Something to think about. But I don't think I would necessarily be like, oh, let me change that for you and
Mm-hmm.
your son. It's just that these are the reasons why, and you can take it or leave it at that point, and we can continue to dialogue. I think that's kind of my approach to that. But I'm not going to be fearful of man, if that makes sense, of like what they
Yeah.
think, what they say, but be appreciative and be grateful that they're bringing this to my attention and we can dialogue and hopefully come to a consensus. But if not, then it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
that's
right.
how I would approach it.
I agree. The reason why I ask is, I'm new here, and so in my old church, people already knew me as Jimin. And then we started UmmaNola account. So no one was shocked. They're like, that's her, right? But then here, it's kind of awkward because I'm new. And then some people might know of the account before they meet me, or at the same time, or one after another. And I don't know, it could be that it's a little bit more conservative here. So maybe there's more just eyes. Again, I've never been like talked to about this, but sometimes I think about this, Oh, I wonder if somebody thinks that's a little bit like hypocritical or a little bit, but 난 떳떳해.
Oh, look, I was just thinking about it. Like, I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything on the account that is not totote, to be honest. And that
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
who we
Yeah.
are. And if people have a problem, then don't follow. Or like,
Yeah.
like it's your prerogative. And we're just here to be the most authentic self and inspiring, encouraging way.
And we're huge on this in that learning how to play well is really
Yeah.
important.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes like just because you're a mom, just because you're Christian, just because A, B, C, D, E, right? Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to play, whatever that means, right? It does not mean like getting drunk every night, but really learning how to enjoy life and be the best version of yourself, right? And that truly is omma That's how we like moms play, moms do well. So I think that we're so huge on that. And so, we're doing a half marathon, right? A week after my birthday. And that's such a great example, again, of us signing up for this thing, individually training or trying to train, the excitement of meeting up, and then that morning of like, and then finishing. And then we go celebrate and eat good food and get some wine. I'm so excited for that, but I feel like that's learning how to play well,
맞아.
And sometimes we don't allow ourselves to do these things because of XYZ or responsibilities. Oh, 내가 왜 in this life stage? It's like, no, I'm so young. I still have like hopefully another couple decades in me, and I'm so healthy. So anyways, it's all mental.
Mental이야, mental. No, I think it's a good question, but I just hope people have a more understanding, humble heart when it comes to other people and judgment. I really
Yeah.
think if we can always try to come with an attitude and a posture of understanding that other person, and I'm going through my own journey of learning how to empathize, like how much better is this world gonna be? Like I really do think that, and hopefully that is one of our messages too, that you can still be authentically you. Don't go overboard, but enjoy,
Yeah. Don't
always
go overboard.
enjoy.
Be you.
But I do want to bring this up because you know how you keep saying, "Hey, let's run the half together, 처음부터 끝까지," and I'm
Oh
like
yeah.
very
Well,
resistant.
context. We're running that half. There's three of us doing the half, and I was like, "Hey, are we all gonna run it together, like from beginning to end?" And then Jie was like, "No, we're gonna run it individually because blah blah blah." Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I thought a lot about it, and I
Uh-huh.
do agree that we should run it together.
Oh,
Okay. The reason why I say let's do it individually, originally, is because I honestly feel, I know you think differently, but I honestly feel because I haven't trained all this stuff, I'll probably be the slowest, and I don't want that stress of you guys to slow down on my behalf. Okay. But, and I know you probably think she probably just wants to go off on her own and not be held back. Because I used to
you're
be a little bit
actually
faster.
an amazing runner.
또
Very
시작이야.
fast. Very fast, 진짜.
아니야. But I think, since this is not the full marathon, it's a half, it's more doable. I do think we should try to run it together. And the reason why I bring this up is it might be harder to run together because some people might want to go faster, some people might want to go slower, some people will want to walk,
I need a
but
potty break.
or a potty break. But I think it's okay. Like even if it's harder,
Yeah.
I kind of want to try it, right? And it's gonna be a learning experience of what in the Bible it says to run the race together.
Running the race to win
Yeah.
all the way to the end. Do you know that song?
No, I don't. But I really thought a lot about it. And instead of feeling like, oh, am I gonna be a 부담? Or are they gonna be a 부담
Yeah.
to me? Like whatever that may look like, this would be the biggest test of the friendship to say, hey, no, even if it's harder for me to slow down because of you, I'm gonna slow down still. But to finish
Yay!
together, oh yeah, the other reason why I was like, oh, it'd be good if people go first or whatever is that 그러면 다음 사람이 오면은 반겨주는 사람 있잖아. 근데 그것도 필요 없어. 같이 like
Yeah.
the first person is always gonna be like anticlimactic, to be honest,
Yeah.
because nobody's there for you anyway. So if you guys run together, even though it's slow or too fast or whatever that may look like, 뭐가 되게 그림이 나오지 않을까? You know,
Plus,
뭐가
the
되게
kudin that I actually have been imagining in my head is because I'll be like, 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. Say hi, guys. Hey, 3 miles. You know? 같이 가야지.
그러니까 그러고 싶어.
I hope Christina's down. I hope Christina's down. I hope she's not like, hell no. You know? I can't wait.
Yes. 하여튼간 그런 생각이 들었었어. So
Well, good. I'm glad you have decided on that.
yes, took me a while.
Yeah.
But
Ah,
cool.
well, how's Superband my MakeItSkin doing? How you feeling?
You know, it's interesting because now that it's launched, I feel like the hard part is coming. You know, like or it's come
Coming. Uh-huh.
because again, so grateful for especially like the community, UmmaNola community, everybody rallying
Showed
for
up.
us. Yeah, I really saw it.
Yeah.
And oh, remember we were like, it's not even a joke, but UmmaNola community, small but mighty, and Ride or Dies. I was like, oh, should we change our name from UmmaNola to Ride or Die?
Ride or die. I'm
Nora,
about to because
엄마
everyone's
Ride or Die.
legit so good.
진짜.
Yeah.
So with that being said, but now is the test, the true test. And I feel like
Yeah.
this is where I keep seeing UmmaNola people come up and say, hey, how can I spread it even more?
Yeah.
Your friend was saying, I just bought 10 to give out to her peoples. There's
Yeah.
another person that's like, let me try to figure out the sampling, how we can sample the ones that I bought 10.
She like jerry rigged some sticker behind each of the 3 packs and is passing it out to all her people. Like, who are these amazing people that we've never really met before? And truly, I mean, I'm a little bit mind blown about that, you know?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
진짜 대박이야, you know?
Yeah. I love our community so much. And
Yeah.
I wish I could interact with them more for
I
you
guess
guys,
we're gonna
but
have to go to Hawaii.
we're gonna
Because
go
one of the
everywhere.
solid ride or dies are in Hawaii, you know?
Yeah. And also, like, it'd be nice to continue to hit up all the cities, right? If we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Time permits and all that stuff to see all our ride or die ommas, you know? So
No, yeah.
I just want to be grateful. But yeah, it's going well. I always think we can always do better. That's my problem. But we are doing fairly well, and I think it's because of the people that are rallying for us. So
Yeah.
please continue to do so, and I'll 더 열심히 일할 수는 언제나 할 수 있지, 그지?
Yeah.
So
Yesterday I was in a pretty sour mood because we got our first 3-star.
but can you? There's
Whoever
context.
this W person is.
Okay, so I mean, I feel bad because, I know that we got a lot of reviews from people that actually purchased it, but this is like a Vine reviewer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you guys don't know what Vine review is, like, if you just launch a product, Amazon has this like program where for the first 90 days, if you give 30 of your products out, that's the max, then they'll give you basically 30 reviews that's Amazon approved, right? So we sent out 30. Those are where the 4s and this 1-3 came from.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate, like, and I don't know if I regret doing it, to be honest. I know we still need it, but there's a little bit of regret because I feel like even though we may have landed at 30 reviews instead of the 50 that we have, it would have all been 5. And these people, they don't know our product. So like they're reviewing it on the basis of, I don't know what this is. So like the 3 came from, oh, the adhesive part or the sticky part should not be on the wound. It should be around the wound. And I was like, no, that's not hydrocolloid bandage for you. So
Yeah.
totally missed the point. But
And
it's
I will
okay.
say, like, I think one of the feedback is on the price because they'll be like, oh, it's a really, really good product, but on the basis of the price, I'll give it a 4 star, whatever.
맞아,
And
맞아.
we talked about this a lot. And since we're trying to be more transparent about this building of the business process, we thought about this hard. And it's simply that our product is just the best one out there. And I don't want to equate our product with like inferior versions of it that are all like number one, two, three on Amazon. So I think as a brand person, there's also a brand value.
맞아.
And, dollars mean a lot in brand value. It's not just because of trying to increase margins or anything like that. It truly is a brand value thing. And I talk about how, well, we were kind of debating on the price when we went to LA and we went to Erewhon and had the $20 Haley Bieber smoothie. And I didn't really love it, it you know,
It was not
but it's
yummy.
selling like hotcakes, right? Because there's a value. And of course, there's so many great ingredients in there, but there's a brand value and a name of a celebrity attached to it, and then the allure of the price, right? So all of that, and not to say we're trying to be the Haley Bieber smoothie of band-aids or bandages, but I was like, you know what? I thought about then all of these other things that we are so quick to spend $20 on, and the list just goes on and on and on. But we're just so used to band-aids and bandages being this cheap thing that are just cents. And I think there's also a cultural change that we have to do in educating people about the better way to heal rather than put on a nasty gauze and latex over your wound. So, but every time somebody says something about that and it gives us like less than 5 stars, I go into slight sour mood, and I question myself. I'm like, did we do this wrong? But we have to keep going. We have to keep going.
And I think that's actually a good thing to continue to question how we're doing it. Because we don't want to live in a little bubble of like,
Yeah.
but this is where I think, UmmaNola community again, if you guys can like provide feedback, and you guys are the ones that are using it, is it worth it? Like we're always, gonna challenge and test and question. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I would leave that. But, otherwise it's been wild. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to not check Amazon as obsessively.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Mm.
But anyhow, Singles Inferno comes out today. Honestly,
It
we
already
watched
came out.
9 and 10 last time. Did you already watch 11 and 12? Did you finish it? Ours came out like today, and then I watch it tonight usually. Huh? But last episode was so boring that we had like nothing to recap. You
Yeah.
know? Oh my gosh. So my
All I know,
prediction, Gia already
uh,
knows, yeah.
no, but my prediction was correct because there's another
Don't
group
say
chat that I'm part
anything
of.
though.
I know I'm
Don't
not,
say
but I'm
anything.
just
Blah,
letting
blah,
you
blah, blah.
know. I'm just letting you know my prediction was correct. That's all I'm gonna say because I need
But
to be
I don't
right.
want to even try to
I know.
remember what your predictions are because now my
You
mind is
never,
going
no,
back to
you
the
never heard
memory.
it. You never heard it. You never heard
I
it.
think I did. I think I
No, no,
did.
no. I texted it yesterday before I watched it to this other group of people.
Oh, I
Anyway,
see. I see. So my predictions are Xian, Junse. So at Xi'an, it's gonna be 3 guys waiting. It's gonna be Junse, Teo, and Chongsu. And then they're gonna like drag that out, obviously. But then in the end, Junse and Xi'an are gonna like say something kind of like sexy to each other and laugh and then walk off together. Next, Taewon is gonna try to get with Jiyeon, and I really hope Jiyeon says no because please, that guy is like so narcissistic. I can't even. The way he's like, 난 물어볼 거 없는데. It's like you're so boring, you know. He's literally like, I'm a model. What do you
How did
mean?
he even get through? How? Do you think they
it's just so
purposefully like put him
짜증나.
in there?
You're just such
Everybody's
a
talking
짜증난
about him. That's the crazy part of this.
in a good way.
No, just like he's
Yeah.
something to talk about.
Yeah. So that's not gonna work out. And then I think 동호대교 and Arin are gonna walk off together. But Haerin, the new girl, she's gonna also be waiting at Dongho, you know? But he's gonna go with Arin, okay? And then, honestly, Haejin and that other boring guy, Jongho, whatever, I don't remember, the newer guy, they've had like no camera time, but they keep like flirting as if there will be. So if they go to Cheonguk on episode 11, then 12 they'll probably go out together. But truly a boring, like the guy's so boring. So that's my prediction. Mic
Yeah.
drop. That's all.
I'm really trying to not show any facial expressions right now.
Yeah,
I gotta
good
cover
job.
my face.
Good job. Anyhow, that's that. Well, anything else, Jay?
Nope. Love you guys. Ladies. Ommas.
Yeah. Our ride or dies. Thanks for listening. Bye.